Yo, what is going on? It is Wednesday, February 4th, 5:22 p.m. Today, another day no trade. It is now February 4th, and I haven't even hit fucking TP this month. Yeah, but it's really discouraging. But let's dabble into today and why I did not take a trade. So coming into the day, we had a high time frame SMT with this London, we had a SMT with this London high inside of this 4-hour gap right here. So that's pretty good bearish indication, right? We had an internal 1 hour recently formed, so I thought we could have drew this thing up. This is what I could have been bullish to, but overall just bearish on the day. We had ran London low right before open, so we had an SMT here right before open. ES didn't run it till about that 9:45 candle, as you see, and overall just clear, bearish order flow from yesterday, continuing retrace up, and then we continue back down again. We had inverse all of these gaps to the downside. These gaps were being respected. Well, we didn't respect this one, but yeah, we were just inversing all of these gaps back to the downside. Had this hourly above, like I was saying. I thought we could have came up at open, bounced off of this hourly, and then continue lower. So at open, what do? We fucking just tank down. Again, 122 point sell-off. We then sprint back up. We recover about 120 points, I want to say. 150 points because we had, hold on, how big was the sell-off? We had a 100, let's just say 155 points. So we recover it all the way back up. And then we accumulate around. You see this 1 minute gap, how long? Did it hold for that long? Yeah, this 1 minute gap technically held for a while. Or did this inverse it technically? Let's see. Let's get really in depth. Like to the tick. Yeah, this 1 minute gap held for a while. We inversed this 1 minute gap back up to the upside. And here's the one trade idea that I was like iffy about. It is a 30-second. And it's not a fully confluence 30-second. I like my 30 seconds to have a lot of confluences and evidence to back them up. However, as you see right here, we've seen this gap hold for a while. Then get inverse to the downside, and then right back up. Then we've seen this gap get inverse to the downside, and then we've seen this gap get inverse to the upside. And then we form this SMT where NQ fails to take this high, and then we sell off. I feel as though if we're going to take low of day right at open, we're not going to just get 12 points away from it with such strong momentum, and then sprint back up to then want to come down. And then we're not going to inverse and chop around all of these gaps, inversing down, inversing up, inversing down, inversing back up. We're going to see a smoother movement back down, because this is when price leaves uncertainty. Yes, this is an SMT. This SMT technically is still operating inside of this 15-minute gap. Not necessarily anymore, actually, because this 15-minute gap did get inverse to the upside at 9:15, so it is no longer a valid 15-minute gap. So yeah, I don't know, just an eval play for sure, discretionary eval play. I just didn't like the conditions leading up to it. Had it been rejecting off of a 15 or something like that, I'd be willing to take it. Maybe like a SMT inside of a 15 or 5-minute gap, and then displacement such as this, I'd be okay with it. And this is how I would have taken it, 1.5, just take my 75 points and get the fuck out. And then we take this and we sell off again, like a big old juicy sell off again. We then sell off. Hold up, my bad. It's so many points that I have to freaking make the screen tiny. 270 points. We had 10 a.m. news today. We had 10 a.m. red folder news, which was ISM services, PMI, whatever the fuck. And as you can see here, we leave a devil's candle data high. That's not common. Great low time frame draw on liquidity, and even pairing it with a data high is a good draw on liquidity. Here's my problem with this trade. I love the draw on liquidity. I like, I don't really like the confluences behind it. I don't like the reasoning behind it. I don't like the purpose behind it. We just sold off 300 points. Let's say 300 points. 270 points. Okay. What are we rejecting off of? Maybe a fair value gap from fucking... No, not even. Hourly was already mitigated. Nothing. We're rejecting off of nothing. It's just an SMT, IFVG. Like, I'm not going to put money on the line on this. I'm sorry. This isn't something that I see myself ever taking. Maybe eval, super discretionary if I just want to fucking high risk. This is more so something I'd take on eval over this one. And then the rest of the day just spent looking like this. Yeah. I got off at 10:50. Didn't see anything. We took this draw on liquidity, so I really stopped even looking at the charts really around 10 a.m. Again, this one, just conditions were not ideal. Confluences this is just not, you know, it didn't give me the true reasoning I wanted to see. I feel as though if we were going to run this low of day, it would have happened here. We're not going to come all the way back up and respect it to then chop around. And then after, you know, the 30-second scene, some choppy ass inverses up inverse. I get it if it's more so accumulation, but not structure of inverses getting disrespected, respected, disrespected, like back and forth, up and down, to then just have a normal plain SMT with no strength behind it. This is just a normal ass internal high SMT, and then just sell off those, how many points? Sell off 150 points. It just didn't really make sense to me. But yeah, and there was no 1 minute gap to even back this up. So yeah, this the 1 minute at least you can see was more so accumulation. We only had one inverse up, which then failed to then leave a fair value gap in here. So I don't know. But then even here wasn't even, I don't know. It just wasn't my style of trading today. No entries is all I can say. So yeah, man, it's really discouraging that I still haven't hit a trade this year. Not this month, not this week, this year. But yeah, it'll come.